Back at J. Leslie Rollins Stadium here in Storm Lake. Halftime, both teams coming back onto the field, about ready to get started here for halftime. Scott, what does Buena Vista have to do here in the second half to get back into this ball game?
Well, for one thing, they're going to have to see some more passing attempts from Mike Wilson. 5 for 10 the first half, 111 yards. I feel that some more short passes from Mike Wilson instead of the running attack might be what Buena Vista needs to get on the board and try to pull ahead here in the second half.
Well, that's true. Both defenses, again, as we've mentioned many times, have been very effective here in the first half. And it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, the Buena Vista offense has to come to life here in the second half if they're going to come back to within and get within striking distance of Wartburg. As we mentioned early on, this is Hall of Fame Day here at Buena Vista College as well. 3 new Hall of Fame inductees will be inducted into the Buena Vista Hall of Fame tonight. Russ Eady is a 1960 graduate of Buena Vista College. He's was a 4-year letterman in baseball and a 3-year letterman in basketball. Kevin McDonald, a 1973 graduate, was a part of one football championship and lettered a total of 9 times in 3 separate sports here at BV. And finally, the third inductee is Dave Dolan, a 1973 graduate who lettered every year he participated in a sport here at BV. He lettered twice in football while playing on the 1972 championship team, and he lettered in each track and field and baseball event. So 3 distinguished Hall of Fame members going into the Hall of Fame tonight.
It's a nice way for Buena Vista to say thank you to some of the excellent athletes they've had here in their past. And looking into the second half, or actually in reviewing the first half, this 111 yards passing from Mike Wilson looks halfway attractive until you break it down. One pass was to Jim DeMars for 58 yards. Another pass was to Mark Bruning for 21. The other pass was to Matt Baumann for 14. So basically, 3 big plays have accounted for the majority of his yards. So getting back to his short yards passing, you can't rely on that big play all the time. Although it does help, you can't rely on it for your pass offense.
Buena Vista, of course, in the first half won the toss, but elected to defer until the second half. And now to start the game, or to start the half, they decided to receive, so they will receive and defend the south goal as we get ready to start the third quarter.
And a point I was making as we were leaving this first half, considering what we've seen, you would have never known this is the number 2 team in the league playing a number 6 team, Wartburg against Buena Vista. Reviewing the first half scoring, 10 minutes, 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Darren Boland ran it in for 6 yards. The kick was good from Corey Halverson. And in the second quarter, the minute 45 left, Andy Ott ran it in for 3 yards. The kick was blocked. Bruce Troyer takes the kickoff. He runs it down the left sideline, and he fumbles at about the 40-yard line. We'll wait and see who eventually comes up with it.
Looks like the ball went out of bounds on the fumble, and so Buena Vista will take over. And again, a nice return that time by Bruce Troyer, and Buena Vista will start out in excellent field position around the 44-yard line.
As you said, it is an excellent return. And what I said, ball control, it has to be a key element here in the second half. Buena Vista can't afford to be giving away the ball all the time. In fact, anytime. Mike Wilson brings into the offense. Hendrickson and Troyer in the backfield. Didier DeMars outright. Handoffs to Troyer for the draw. He gains about 5 or 6 yards on the play.
Well, I think the key to this second half for Buena Vista is getting a well-balanced attack. They started out the first half game basically running the ball and found not a lot of success doing that. Then they tried to open it up in terms of in the passing lanes. Had some success. Now to keep Wartburg off balance, they're going to have to use a good mix of both here in the second half.
DeMars and Kent Bailey split out wide. Handoffs to Bruce Troyer once again. He gains about 2 or 3 on the play. I'll bring a third and short play. Another third down conversion for Buena Vista. Buena Vista hasn't been really successful in the first half in regards to third down conversions. It's another thing they need to work on in order to keep into the game. Just under 14 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Hand off to Bruce Troyer. He goes to the outside along the left. And he's tripped up about the 40. Eventually lands about the 42, or 38, excuse me.
Well, on that play,
first down.
Wartburg expecting to come up the middle. This time Troyer takes it wide to the left side and has good yardage across down the sideline, and a nice play there that time by Troyer, and a Buena Vista first down.
Ball on the 39-yard line. Jim Martin now in the backfield, but the handoff is to Jim Hendrickson. He goes up along the right side of the line. A gain of maybe about 1 or 2. 2nd, 8 to go.
BV's success running the football this afternoon has not been up the middle, but instead around the outside in terms of option plays or sweep plays. And again, a good example of that time after Troyer's run around end.
Center Lance Herbold for the Buena Vista Beavers injured on the play. Looks to be maybe his right knee or right ankle. We'll wait to see what's going on here. Hopefully he can get up and shake it off.
Lance Herbold, of course, a veteran, 4-year letterman here at Buena Vista as offensive center.
Appears to be his right knee. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
They'll have to take a look at that and make sure, again, if it's a knee, we hope that it's nothing serious there as well.
Freshman Joe Lang comes in now at center for Buena Vista. Jim Martin, Jim Hendrickson in the backfield. Handoffs to Jim Martin. He takes it, he gets along the left sideline. He's finally brought out after a gain of maybe about 4 or 5 on the play.
Well, good hard running by Martin that time as he bounced across and bounced off one tackler and bounced to the outside and picked up good yardage there.
3rd and about 3 to go.
Lance Herbold on the sideline. Again, we took him out a minute or so ago. Hopefully that its injury is nothing serious.
Another 3rd down conversion here for the Buena Vista Beavers. Wilson rolls out, looking for freshman Matt Bauman, the tight end. Deflected by Jerry Wessels on the play. So that'll fall incomplete. 4th and 2 here to go.
I'll tell you, if Wessels would have picked that one off, he would have been clear sailing into the end zone the other way because there was no Buena Vista College player in front of him.
Coach Kevin Twait decides to go for it here on 4th down. Wilson rolls out to his right, throws to Jim Martin. He bobbles it, falls incomplete. Wartburg Knights take over on downs. 12 and a half minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. They're up 13-0.
Well, that was a crucial play for Buena Vista. Again, Wilson rolling out to his right that time. And had his receiver, but he just couldn't hang on to it across the 35-yard line. Unable to pick up that first down, and Wartburg comes onto the field for its first offensive set of the second half.
Pitch Darren Bowl, and he looks to the left. He's running. He's down at about the 45-yard line of Wartburg. First down and then some. Ball right at the 45 of Wartburg.
Well, Bolin and Kelly work very well together. As you see, Kelly, nice block there for Bolin as he gets across and picks up the first down. Both of those players work very well together in the Wartburg backfield.
Gabrielson wide out left, Eric Wessels wide right. Bolin and Kelly in the backfield. Andy out pitches to Darren Bolin. Bobbles it somewhat, falls on it at about the 40-yard line. Loss of maybe about 4.
Well, that time it looked like Bolin just simply took his eyes off the football as he tries to bring it in there. May have been looking like he was looking for running room downfield, and luckily got back on it, and Wartburg now faced with a loss, 2nd down and long.
Neil Troy now wide out right for the Wartburg Knights. Ott drops back, throws long. Just a little bit too long for Eric Wessels to get a handle on it. A diving attempt, couldn't come up with it. Now fall incomplete. 3rd and 15 here for the Wartburg Knights.
Lance Herbold looks like his right ankle got tied up in that one play, and looks like his afternoon is done here this afternoon.
Not the way he wants to end the final game of his senior year. Ott drops back, looks downfield, plenty of time. It's caught by Mike Gabrielson. That's good for the first down at the 45-yard line of Buena Vista territory.
Well, that's a heck of a catch by Gabrielson on the Wartburg sideline. Again, good coverage that time by Buena Vista, but Gabrielson able to stretch out and bring the ball in and make the catch.
Wartburg at the 45-yard line of Buena Vista. Kelly and Bolin in the backfield. Troy out right, split wide. The handoff's to Kelly up the middle. He takes it to about the 41-yard line of Buena Vista. 2nd, about 6 or 7 to go.
Well, that time, again, just the option play being run, and a good fake that time by the quarterback, Ott. And good yardage picked up on first down that time.
Fake handoff to Bolin. Ott looks downfield, intended for Eric Wessels. Mike Hirschberger was in the area. Incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 with exactly 11 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Good defensive coverage that time by Mike Hirschberger that time in order to make sure that the receiver did not come down with that. 3rd down and long now. Big play for the Buena Vista defense.
Handoffs to Darren Bolin as everyone was in tight on that play. That'll fall short. That'll bring up 4th and about 2 yards to go.
Well, again, this is a big crucial play now from Buena Vista. 4th down and about 2 yards to go inside their own 37-yard line. And again, if Buena Vista wants to get themselves into this game here in the 3rd quarter, they're going to have to stop the Wartburg Knights right here.
Wartburg is going for it on 4th and 2. Ott drops back, looks downfield. In and out of the hands of the receiver.
Well, that's just a real good defensive play that time by Greg Nath, as they had 3 different backs in the backfield this time, as you can see, and the quarterback Ott just picks it up and throws across the middle, but Nath did not go for the fake and tipped the ball away, and Buena Vista will take over.
Plenty of time for Ott. In and out of the hands of Chris Roby, falls incomplete. Buena Vista now takes over on downs. They take over at their own 37-yard line. Wilson drops back, looks downfield. He's got Jimmy DeMars. DeMars catches it, steps out of bounds at Wartburg's 16-yard line. First down on that big play from Wilson to DeMars.
Well, again, much like the first long pass at the end of the first half, you see DeMars again just stretching out with his fingertips, and just a heck of a throw and a heck of a catch that time by Jim DeMars. Buena Vista once again in business here in the 3rd quarter. They have to capitalize on this good opportunity.
Another big play from Buena Vista. They're looking to capitalize on this now. Wilson drops back, looks downfield. It's tipped just a little bit. That falls incomplete, intended for Bruce Troyer. They'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, that time the linebacker, Jerry Wessels, out there on coverage and did a good job of staying with the Buena Vista receiver that time. And it'll bring up a second down situation.
Ball at the 19-yard line of Wartburg College. Brad Anderson and Bruce Troy in the backfield. DeMars and Didier out right. Handoffs to Brad Anderson. He takes it down to the Wartburg 2-yard line.
Good strong running that time by Brad Anderson as he shed a couple tackles there. Buena Vista opened up with 2 wide receivers to the far side. Looked like a passing formation. And they sneak Anderson in there, and he powers his way down inside the 10-yard line to about the 6. First down and goal.
Buena Vista looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time this afternoon. Kent Bailey out right, DeMars left. Brad Anderson up the middle. Gain of about 1, if anything.
Ball now down around the 4-yard line. And we'll see if Buena Vista attempts once again to go up the middle with it, or if they go wide, or even throw the ball here down close.
Wilson rolls out to his left, looks, pump fakes. He takes it on his own. Mike Wilson scores for Buena Vista on a 4-yard run as BV puts some points on the scoreboard for the first time this afternoon.
Again, the run-pass threat of Wilson really pays off here as he looks to throw but then tucks it under and gets into the end zone. And Buena Vista is on the scoreboard for the first time here this afternoon.
The kick from Steve Nichols is wide to the right, no good. Buena Vista on the board now, 13-6.
2 missed extra points here this afternoon. That one by Nichols, and then the one earlier in the first half by Wartburg. Luckily for Buena Vista, still only a touchdown down here with 9:07 left to play here in the third quarter. Again, a very impressive job that time by BV, able to take advantage of the opportunity they got on the long pass play by DeMars and stick it in when they got inside the 10-yard line that time. And now the BV sideline is pumped up once again, and Buena Vista's back in this ball game.
Ken Wilson and Eric Wessels deep to receive the kick from Steve Nichols. Big game for both schools today. Buena Vista looking to end the season on a good note. Wartburg looking to tie or clinch the Iowa Conference title. The kick is taken by Eric Stig at about his own 30-yard line. Moves it to about the 34. Wartburg offense will once again come back out onto the field.
Very dangerous kickoff that time by Buena Vista. Again, kicking into the wind, allowed it to hang up there and had to come down on the bounce. And luckily, Wartburg able to pick it up. And now we'll start out in pretty good field position.
Kelly ball in the backfield. Ott can't get the snap. Falls on it. Wartburg now being afflicted by the ball control thing here.
Again, crucial quarterback from snap from center, and here it's just not made as Ott just mishandles it, and luckily is able to fall on it, and Wartburg still has the football.
Buena Vista unable to handle the ball in the first half. Now it's Wartburg in the second half with their ball control problems. Ott pitches out to Darren Bolin. Starts out to the right, tries to cut back to the left. Nothing there. Tackle made by Chris Behrens and Greg Nath. That'll bring up a third down and close to 10 yards.
Well, good pursuit that time by the Buena Vista defense as they all keyed on Derek Bolin right here, as they pretty much assumed that he was going to get the ball on the pitch, and they just swarm all over him, and Bolin has nowhere to go. And it's a long third down and 10 situation now for Wartburg.
Everyone in tight. Kelly and Bolin in the backfield. The give is to Bolin. He takes it up the middle. He's breaking loose. He's to the 40, the 30, the 20-yard line of Buena Vista, brought out of bounds. Big run by Darren Bolin. Everyone was looking for the short gain for the first down. He gets the first down and then some.
Just when you think you have Darren Bolin stopped, he comes back and gets you again. This time, just a basic give play up the middle, and he just pops right through there, and there's no one to catch him as he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 on the 21-yard line of Buena Vista. Deep into the BV territory again is Wartburg.
Buena Vista defense now having to stiffen here after the big play. They were pumped up just a few minutes to go. Let's see what this big play did to their spirit here.
The pitch is to Eric Wessels. He takes it up to the right side of the line. Tackle made by Jason Nelson and Tim Jensen, among others.
Good hard running by Wessels that time as he powers his way inside the 15. And out of the I formation once again, just a straight give, and he turns it up, takes a couple of tacklers with him inside the 15, and a short second down play now for Wartburg.
Second short yardage for the Knights. Gabrielson comes in motion right. Handoff is to Mark Kelly. Fullback draw takes him down to about the 9-yard line.
Wartburg just powering itself over the defensive line of Buena Vista. Again, the short trap play that time. And it's another first down deep inside Beaver territory.
First and goal from the 6-yard line for the Wartburg Knights. 6.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Wartburg going from that 3-back offense. Mark Kelly takes a handoff, takes about the 4 or 5-yard line.
Well, that three-back offense that they use on short down situations, again, this time is not as successful as it was earlier. This time the running back having to bounce outside, and for little gain.
We see that 3-back offense once again. Nick Smith, Mark Kelly, Eric Wessels. Wessels now comes in motion left. Ott hands off to Mark Kelly. He takes it down to about the 1 or 2-yard line.
Again, Kelly, just good hard running up the middle that time. Again, from the 3-back offense once again, they send one man in motion, and Kelly gets down close to the goal line that time. That'll be third down and about 1.
Buena Vista defense, goal line stance now. Wessels now comes in motion left again out of that 3-back offense. Mark Kelly up the middle for that 1-yard score. As Wartburg now adds their lead, 19-6 now, 5:20 left in the third quarter.
Well, that time you could just sort of tell that after Wartburg made that long drive that they basically just got down inside. And again, they go with the 3-back offense here once again. Kelly just straight ahead over left tackle for the score. And that increases their lead to 19-6.
Waiting the kick from Corey Halverson out of the hold of Andy Ott, the quarterback. Snap is high. Kick is up, but good. 20-6 now the score. Wartburg up.
Again, let's look at the touchdown play once again. Again, Kelly over the left tackle that time. And they've used that 3-back offense again very effectively on short down situations. And that time, again, very successful, and it results in a Wartburg score. Important now for Buena Vista to bounce back. Again, big plays have been the story of this game so far in the third quarter. And again, the big run by Bolin sort of took the wind out of BV's sails here in the third quarter.
Deep to receive the kick for the Beavers. Jim Hendrickson, Jim DeMars, and Mike Hirschberger. Waiting to kick from Corey Halverson. Hendrickson takes it at his own 15-yard line. Takes it up the field. It's about the 29-yard line of Buena Vista. Buena Vista offense will come back on the field.
We'll have to see what the Buena Vista offense does now. Again, after the big, on their last drive that set up that touchdown, the big pass play from Wilson to DeMars. Again, they used a good balance of run and pass in that drive, and we'll see what they choose to do here with 5:13 left in the third.
Anderson, Troy in the backfield. DeMars and Didier out left. Pitch is out to Troyer along the left side. He's at his own 40, his own 45. He's brought out of bounds by Eric Stig at about the 48-yard line of Buena Vista. First down and then some for the Beavers.
Good running by Troyer that time, but just as good here is the pitch here by Wilson as he has the tackler coming up on him, decides to pitch it to Troyer, and Troyer gets around the left side for good yardage across the 45, and BV once again moving the football here in the third quarter.
Anderson, Troy in the backfield. Flag on the play already. Wilson wants to throw. He's got DeMars. It's caught at the 20-yard line of Wartburg. We have flags on the play, though.
We're getting that ball underthrown by Wilson, and DeMar's able to come back and get it. However, it will come back. Illegal procedure, the call against Buena Vista.
A big play brought back by another crucial penalty. It's what we've seen a lot of today. Crucial mistakes, big plays. Crucial mistakes negating big plays. It's had a tremendous effect on the outcome of today's play so far.
Beavers have to bounce back now from the setback that they've had happen to them so many times here this afternoon.
First and 15 from the Buena Vista 42. Wilson wants to throw once again. He's got Kerry Didier thrown right into the hands of Ken Rowan. Wartburg Knights will take over on an interception by Ken Rowan on their own 26-yard line.
Well, that time just a bad throw this time by Wilson. As you see, Didier gets open in the flat, but he just overshoots him there and into the hands of the Wartburg defender, and it's first down for the Knights.
Once again, we'll see the Wartburg offense come out onto the field. 4:45 left here in the third quarter. Eric Wessels and Neil Troy out, split out left and right. The handoff is to Nick Smith. He gains about 5 or 6 on the play.
BVD
second down. And about 4 yards to go here on the Wartburg 31. The pitch is to Darren Bowen. He goes to his left. He's got the first down at about the Wartburg 39.
Again, the versatility of Darren Bolin being exemplified here this afternoon, and a different number of plays here. Again, in the traditional play that he's been focused in so many times here this afternoon, just the pitch around the left side. Again, good blocking out in front, and good yardage across the 35-yard line, and again, another Wartburg first down.
Just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. First and 10 for the Wartburg Knights at the 39-yard line, their own territory. Gradually moving the ball downfield. Ott drops back, wants to throw. Thrown just in front of Greg Nath, Buena Vista's defensive back. Couldn't quite get there for the interception. Eric Wessels, the intended receiver.
Well, not a good throw that time by Andy Ott. He just sort of lofted it up there and nowhere really close to his receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
Mike Gabrielson, Neil Troy out left for the Wartburg Knights. Smith and Bowl in the backfield. The handoff's to Bowl, and he goes to his left. A loss of about 3 yards on the play.
read very well by the BV defense that time. 76, Chris Barron's in on that play, able to get around and not go for the fake on the reverse that time. And it brings up a long third down situation. BV now has to stop the Beavers very shortly here in order to get the ball back down by 2 touchdowns.
Gabrielson and Eric Wessels now split out wide left. Smith and Bowen in the backfield. The handoff is to Bowen. He won't go anywhere. Stopped by Larry Williams and Don Hodecki. They'll bring up 4th down and force the Knights to punt.
Wartburg numerous times on 3rd down and long has gone to the pass and used it effectively. This time trying to catch the Beavers off guard with the draw play. It doesn't work, however. And it'll be 4th down and Wartburg forced to punt.
Mike Gabrielson to punt. Mike Hirschberger deep for the Beavers. High, short punt. Fair catch called by Mike Hirschberger. Contact made by number 78, Jeff Hugel of the Knights.
Well, that time, not a lot of contact made, but the Wartburg defender just got too close to the BBC receiver that time, and that does result in a penalty, even though the catch was made. And so the penalty will be tacked on to the spot of the foul, which is the 37-yard line, and BV will have good field position here with 2:24 left in the 3rd quarter.
That's right, somewhat of incidental contact, yet the referees will still tack on some extra yardage for that contact being made. So now we'll see the Buena Vista Beaver offense come into action once again. Fake handoff. Bruce Troyer looked like he wanted to throw. Now he's going to run. He's clear down to the Wartburg 30-yard line. First down and then some for the Buena Vista Beavers on a gadget play.
We talked about the versatility of the Wartburg running back, but Bruce Troyer's having a heck of a day as well as he fakes the reverse here and breaks numerous tackles. He gets down inside the 30-yard line, and another big play by the Buena Vista offense, again hoping to cash in here like they did on their last possession.
Wilson rolls out to his left, looks downfield, he throws. Jim DeMars in the end zone. That'll fall incomplete. DeMars had a hand on it but couldn't come up with control. That'll fall incomplete for 2nd down.
Again, Wilson rolling to his left. Again, very difficult for him to roll left and throw right. And the ball was thrown behind him, behind the receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Ball on the 30-yard line of Wartburg. Buena Vista looking to score. Jim Hendrickson and Bruce Troy down the backfield. The handoff is to Hendrickson. He gets a short gain of about 1 or 2 on the play.
Getting the straight give off the middle there, that time on the option play. Didn't fool anybody up front for Wartburg. Brings up long down, 3rd down situation now for Buena Vista. And of course BV now in 4-down territory, so they'll have 2 shots here to pick this up.
Shotgun formation. Wilson drops back, looks downfield. Middle screen to Jim Hendrickson. He takes it down the left sideline. He's brought down about the 15-yard line.
Well, that screen was set up by an excellent block by 75 Ken Medlin as he allowed the receiver to get past the initial blocking point that time and pick up considerable yardage for a 1st down. Now right around the 15-yard line, and once again BV driving deep in Wartburg territory.
Wilson drops back now, looks downfield. Again, a middle screen to Jim Hendrickson, and he takes it in for the score. 15-yard touchdown pass from Mike Wilson, Jim Hendrickson, with 1:03 left in the 3rd quarter.
Basically, again, the same play as they ran the last time, and it proves again to be very effective for the Beavers. Hendrickson basically just sets up Wilson, buying time, throws out to the left there, and has good blockers in front, scoots down along the sidelines and into the end zone.
Waiting the kick from Steve Nichols. Out of the hold of Mike Hirschberger. It's a fake. Hirschberger's going to throw. It's caught by tight end Mark Bruning. 2 points after the touchdown.
Well, excellent call there on the point by Coach Kevin Twait. Figured that down by 2 touchdowns, no need to try a 2-point conversion. However, they pulled the trick out of their hat. And again, very successful here. Wilson, again on the touchdown play this time, as he found the receiver that time for the touchdown. And Buena Vista, once again, within striking distance now, down by only 6. And still a lot of time to play in this football game.
Coach Kevin Twait using some of those gadget plays. Saw a fake reverse. Bruce Troy then looked like he wanted to throw it. Did, took it downfield himself, a 30-yard gain. Now the fake kick for 2-point extras on the field on the touchdown brings Buena Vista within 6, 20-14 with 1:03 left in the third quarter. Awaiting the kick from Steve Nichols. Ken Rowan and Eric Wessels deep to receive. It will be Wessels. He'll go to the left, and he's tackled at about the 36, 37-yard line by Jason Nelson and Greg Nath.
Again, we've been bringing up the importance of this game throughout the afternoon to both of these teams. Of course, Wartburg still in the hunt for the Iowa Conference crown, but yet this game very important for Buena Vista as well, hoping to close out this season on a winning note. And again, now a very important drive for both of these teams.
Smith and Bolton once again to backfield. Wessels out right. Odd at quarterback. The handoff is to Bolin. He takes it up the middle. Mike Hirschberger brings it down just shy of the 50. A very late flag on the play.
Well, we've seen that many times this afternoon from Bolin. Again, just popping up straight through the middle and taking the handoff as he pops through there, and lots of running room. And again, a late hit on the play that time. So that'll add about 15 yards on to the play, which amounts to a very sizable gain for Wartburg.
Crucial penalty on that play against Buena Vista. Neil Troy out right for the Knights. Kelly and Bolin in the backfield, odd at quarterback. Pitches out to Bolin. He goes to his right, and he's stopped at about the 35 of Buena Vista.
Again, once again, another flag on the play, but again, we've seen this many times today as well. Again, just the pitch to Bolin around the right side. However, again, good pursuit that time by the Buena Vista linebackers and the defensive end as he gets around there and puts the stop on the play. Second down.
That'll be the end of the third quarter. Teams will switch sides of fields now.
Kevin Twait and his Buena Vista Beavers appear to be pumped up here as we head into the fourth quarter. So as we look to the fourth quarter, Buena Vista and Wartburg in this final game of the year, and it's amounted to be a very good football game here.
That's right. And at our last home game, homecoming, I made the fact that anytime you have crucial mistakes like penalties, it takes something from the game, and we've seen that a lot in the second half as well as part of the first half. Big penalties add on to big plays. That takes just a little bit out of the game where you have to rely on flags and penalties to add yards to your offense.
The Buena Vista defense really pumped up right now after stopping the Wartburg Knights for many drives here. Now they're faced with Wartburg in their territory here, and a second down play.
Handoff to Bolin once again. The meat and potatoes of the Wartburg Knights offense takes it down to about the 26-yard line of Buena Vista.
again, typical play for Wartburg. Give to Bolin behind the blocking of number 44, Mark Kelly. And a hard thing to stop for the Buena Vista offense here this afternoon.
Wartburg going from that three-back offense. Nick Smith, Mark Kelly. The give is
fumble on the play. And Buena Vista has recovered. And the thing that Buena Vista really needed was a big play on defense. Wartburg was driving down into their territory, and this is just the thing that they need, and it really gets them pumped up. And now we'll see what the offense can do.
The three-back offense of Wartburg fails on their third down.
Get the three-back offense just to give to the fullback, but he loses it as he dives over the top, and Buena Vista comes back up with it.
Buena Vista ball deep in their own territory, looking to march it down the field and score. On their own 26, 1st and 10. Brad Anderson in motion right. Wilson drops back. He wants to throw. It's put up by Bruce Troyer. Intercepted cleanly by Kyle Kindring. He takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A late hit made.
How many times have we seen that this afternoon? It's happened a couple times. BV gets a big play on defense, and then the second or third play of their next offensive series, a crucial turnover or mistake, and it costs Buena Vista once again.
As you can see by that late hit made, Buena Vista Beavers and Wartburg Knights start to do a little talking back to each other. Tempers are starting to heat up just a little bit here. 14:04 left in the fourth quarter.
This has got to be tough for the BV defense now after stopping and coming up with a big play to take the fumble away from Wartburg. Now faced with a very difficult task of keeping the Knights out of the end zone.
Nick Smith comes into motion right. The gives to Mark Kelly. He stopped at about the 1-yard line. Second and goal to go for the Wartburg Knights.
Again, out of the backfield now, as we look at the play being up front in the trenches here, out of the three-back offense, good blocking by Wartburg again, and they get it even down closer to the goal line now. Second down and goal from about the 1.
Wartburg calls timeout to regroup. 13:33 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Wartburg taking time out to think about this here a little bit and see what they want to do here. Crucial play for both teams as defensive captains go to both sidelines, and this will be a big play, I think, when we resume play here for both teams. Again, if Buena Vista can somehow keep Wartburg out of the end zone here, you've got to have to say they have a realistic shot of driving the ball and getting and tying this game up. But this will be a big score if they can get into the end zone.
Second goal to go on about the half-yard line. Wartburg looking to score. Eric Wessels and Mark Kell in the backfield. Movement on the Wartburg line. That'll bring it back.
And again, another mistake, another penalty. And this time a big 5-yard penalty, as you can see. Both teams right up front here. And as we look what happens, the right offensive guard took off a second too early, and it'll cost Wartburg 5 yards.
Number 74, Jared Stack. That's the second or third time we've seen him jump. Just get a little antsy out there. Let's get this play off.
So now the strategy changes for Wartburg. Instead of facing second down and inches, second down and 6 now, and now out of the I formation.
Neil Troy wide right. The gives to Eric Wessels. He's brought down about the 1 or 2 yard line.
Well, good hit on contact that time by the Buena Vista linebackers that time, as they were able to step up and make the hard hit. Gain of only about 3 yards, and it'll be third down now and about 3.
Buena Vista looking to hold them out deep in their own territory. 20 to 14 is our score. Wartburg on top. Wartburg looking to add on to it. The gives to Eric Wessels. And he puts it in. 2-yard run by Eric Wessels with 12:55 left here in the fourth quarter.
Well, Wessels that time, again, good foot speed that time, so he was able to dodge a couple of players here. So he gets the handoff around the right side, able to dodge number 24, Mike Hirschberger, as he had come up from his secondary spot. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown, and Wartburg extends its lead.
Waiting the kick from Corey Halverson out of the hold of Andy Ott. Kick is up and good. 27 to 14 our score.
27-14, however, BV can't say that they're really out of it. Plenty of time left to play here in this third quarter. 12:55 left, and we'll have to see what happens now.
Jim Hendrickson, Jim DeMars, and Mike Hirschberger deep to receive the kick from Corey Halverson.
Again, these extra points have been crucial here today, and the holder is obviously a very important part in that play. And that time, the holder for Wartburg did a very nice job in getting the ball down.
Hendrickson, DeMars, and Hirschberger deep to receive the kick from Halverson. And it's taken by Mike Hirschberger at his own 35. Looking to take it upfield. And he's finally brought down at his own 40-yard line. Buena Vista offense looking to get something going once again. They're down 13 points, 27 to 14.
Well, a short kickoff that time by Wartburg. And Buena Vista starts in very good field position now. Again, they're going to have to get something going here, down 2 scores, but still plenty of time left to play.
Plenty of time, like you said, yet, but they can't waste any of it. They have to use it to their full benefit. The pitch is to Troyer to his right. Gets some good blocking. He moves it up to about the 47-yard line of Buena Vista.
Well, you can see the athletic ability of Bruce Troyer coming up here as he gets this pitch now from Wilson and is able to dodge both of these defenders right there and move up and make a sizable gain out of something that looked like it was going to be a loss.
Second and a long 3 to go. The handoff's to Troyer up the middle. He gets the first down at about the 47 of Wartburg.
Just straight up the middle running by Bruce Troyer, and he's able to get good blocking up front and pick up the first down.
Just a little over 12 minutes left to go here in the game. Buena Vista looking to get on the scoreboard once again. They're down 27-14. Wilson drops back to pass, looks to his left. He's got Jim DeMars. Gets the first down a little bit more at about the 33-yard line of Wartburg.
Just good execution that time by Buena Vista as Wilson was able to make a good fake here into the offensive line, take a step back, look the other way, and find DeMars out on the sideline, and a nice pickup there and another Buena Vista first down.
That's right, with a little patience, Mike Wilson's able to complete those passes. Handoff to Troyer. Gain of about 1 or 2 on the play at about the 33-yard line.
Short yardage that time for Buena Vista. Again, basically a setup play for what they're going to run next. Just trying to keep this Wartburg defense off balance a little bit and to keep them guessing in order to do some things as they get down closer to the goal line.
Wilson drops back, looks to his right. Good block from Bruce Troyer. Wilson takes it on his own. He steps out of bounds at about his own 25, just shy of the first down.
Again, the threat that Wilson has from running and throwing here. Still looks like he's going to throw, but then yet tucks it under and runs with it. Gets good yardage, picks up
excellent block on the part of Bruce Troyer to allow Mike Wilson to gain that yards. 3rd and a long 2. The give is to Troyer. He dives over the line, and he does have it.
Well, good job that time by Troyer. Again, just straight ahead up the middle. Knew he needed about 2 yards to get the first down. And just got through there and picked up the first down.
First and 10 for Buena Vista on the Wartburg 24-yard line. Just under 11 minutes to go in the game. Looking to score. Wilson fakes a handoff to Troyer. Looks downfield. He's got Kerry Didier. Coverage there by Kyle Kreinbring and Tyrone Anderson.
Well, good time, good zone defense coverage that time by the Wartburg secondary. As you can see, good coverage there. 2 men slip in between and knock the ball away from Didier that time.
Wilson drops back, wants to throw once again. Middle screen to Jimmy Hendrickson. That goes for nothing.
Again, Buena Vista has tried that screen play numerous times here this afternoon, and they try it again over to the right side, try to find Hendrickson for good yards, but this time tripped up there very effectively, and not much gain on the play at all. And it'll be a long 3rd down play now for the Beavers.
Buena Vista operating from the gun. Wilson drops back, looks downfield. The pass to Mark Bruning. Couldn't come up with it. Interference call on Eric Stig.
Well, this is a pretty obvious call across the middle here. Again, a straight drop back here by Wilson as he looks and throws now across the middle. And as you can see, number 87 for Wartburg gets in there, Jerry Wessels, and gets a hand in the back there. And whenever you do that, that usually means pass interference. And it'll be a 1st down situation now for Buena Vista after the pass interference call.
Ball at the 12-yard line of Buena Vista, or Wartburg. Just over 10 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter.
Again, last time Buena Vista was down deep in Wartburg territory, they were able to convert the touchdown. Now we'll see what they do here in the same type of situation.
Hendrickson, the lone back in the backfield. Wilson rolls out to his left. Over the head of Bruce Troyer, intercepted. Touchdown saving tackle made by Mike Wilson. Interception made by Ken Rowan.
Well, this time Wilson again has had some bad luck this afternoon. After getting some big plays, he throws this, and it's just over the head of his receiver. Not a good throw, and it's picked up and returned for long yardage. And again, it takes the wind out of BV's sails after they were driving deep into Wartburg territory.
Another crucial mistake on the part of the Beavers, causing some serious damage. Gives Wartburg some excellent field position. Now on the 39-yard line of Buena Vista. Smith and Wessels in the backfield. The handoffs to Wessels. He runs it down to about the 26-yard line.
Well, this play is going to be called back because we had a clip on the play, and we may be able to see this here. As we take a look at the pitch, you can see right there as the blocker that time, Neil Troy, got his back in front of his head in the back of the receiver, and that's a clip, and he'll bring it back for about a 15-yard penalty. So that'll set up a long situation now for Wartburg, about first and about 25.
It's this time the Knights have been affected by a crucial mistake. As Ryan Erickson now comes in at quarterback in place of Andy Ott. The pitch is to Eric Wessels. He goes to his right, cuts back up to the middle. Stop made by Jason Edwards.
Wartburg has really a nice fleet of running backs. They're all very strong. They're all very quick. And Eric Wessels is one of those. He's able to dodge tacklers in the backfield that time and turn something into nothing.
Gain of about 6 or 7 on the play. Still second forever to go, about second 19. Fake handoff by Erickson. Rolls to his right. He passes. Mike Hirschberger almost came up with an interception. Flag on the play now.
Well, that time on the rollout back and the throw across the middle. Pass unable to be completed that time. Penalty, however, looks like it will go against Wartburg. Looks like it might be a holding call. The illegal man downfield, I guess, is the call. Either way, it'll be a loss of downs, so it'll bring up a third down situation.
Something you don't like in a football game is penalties. Penalties have been a determining factor here in this game, along with some of the crucial mistakes. Big penalties have determined the field position of the Knights just inside the 50-yard line. Third 19 to go. The give is to Robbie Reed up the middle. He takes it to about the 30 or the 28, 29, just shy of the first down.
Nothing fancy about this play, however, just straight up the middle running, and Robbie Reed finds big yardage up the middle, and it's close enough to where they will bring in the sticks to measure it.
Out comes the chain gang to measure this.
Looks just short, I believe.
Just barely short, about 2 or 3 fingers.
So a crucial fourth down play now, and that'll bring in the short yardage situation attack for Wartburg. Let's see if Wartburg goes to that 3-back offense.
And they do. Nick Smith, Mark Kelly. And Brian King. The give was to Kelly. They couldn't get it. Buena Vista takes over on downs on a fourth and extremely short.
Well, excellent upfront contact on the point of attack. Again, from that 3-back offense here. As you look at the line of scrimmage, boom, right up the middle there comes number 48, Shane Hobbin, as he made the play there and stopped him well short in the backfield. And it'll be first down for Buena Vista. Still alive here in the fourth quarter.
8.5 minutes to go. Buena Vista looking to get something going once again. Mike Wilson to go through the air. It's to Brad Anderson. He goes to the left. He gains about 5 or 6 on the play.
Well, the screen pass is a vital part of Buena Vista's offensive scheme here this year, and they've used it effectively this afternoon. And this play to Anderson provided for good yards as well out to the left side.
We're seeing more of Mike Wilson going to the air now. Buena Vista looking to utilize that tremendous arm of his in hopes of moving the ball downfield and scoring. 8 minutes to go in the game. Handoffs to Brad Anderson along the right side of the line. Gain about maybe 1 or 2 on the play.
In order to keep the defense off us, you have to be able to use the option and run it effectively in all facets. The receivers are also very important. Downfield blocking is very crucial, and the Buena Vista receivers on that play did it very effectively.
Anderson and Troy in the backfield. Handoff is to Troyer. He goes up the middle. And it looks like he does have the first down. We'll await the ruling. Could be close.
At the point of attack, it's very crucial that your offensive line get off and block very well. At this time, Buena Vista does it very successfully. On third down and short, good offensive blocking up front and good surge there, and Buena Vista picks up a good first down.
Buena Vista moving the ball downfield successfully. Mike Wilson out of the shotgun, and he is sacked by Jared Cruz.
That time, Wilson may have waited just a second too long to get out of the pocket. That time, just as he was about to scramble, he got brought down and for a big loss.
Buena Vista going to the 2-minute offense. Mike Wilson now the shotgun once again. Middle screen to Brad Anderson. He's got room to work with. He takes it to about the 43-yard line.
Again, Buena Vista still working out of the no-huddle offense now. Faced with having to score twice here in 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
DeMar's in motion right, left. Wilson looks downfield. It's to Bruce Troyer.
Well, Troyer that time just found an open area downfield, and the clock will stop here momentarily. And Wilson again out of the shotgun as he does in his 2-minute offense, and he finds Troyer here all alone in a wide open area, and he makes the catch and a first down.
Shotgun formation once again. Wilson goes deep, intercepted by Kyle Kreindbrink once again. Takes it along the left sideline. He's still going. And he's brought down just short of the 50-yard line.
Well, one thing defenses will do when they get in this situation where they know the offensive team is going to be forced to throw, they'll drop back and play a lot of loose zone coverage. And this is exactly what Wartburg did. They drifted 2 wide receivers back and allowed for the defender to pick off the pass, and he made good yardage coming back this way. And it'll be first down for Wartburg now at about the 48-yard line.
For the second time in a row, Buena Vista gets something going, moving the ball downfield. Kyle Kreindbrink comes up with a crucial interception. Ryan Hendrickson stays in at quarterback. He rolls out to his right. He's going to take it on his own, and he gets back to about the 50-yard line. Gain of about 1 or 2 on the play.
Well, a pure rollout that time by the quarterback, and he decided not to go around in, but instead tucked it in and started upfield with it, and a short gain on the play. Buena Vista having to come up now with a big play, a fumble or an interception of some kind here to get the ball back.
Handoff is to Reed. He gains very little.
Big play coming up now for the Beaver defense. Again, being forced to have 2 scores now. Now we've reached the 5-minute mark, so a very important defensive play here for the Beavers.
Ball right at the 50-yard line. 3rd and 8 to go, just under 5 minutes left in the game. Erickson drops back, he wants to throw. And it's caught by Eric Wessels down at about the 15-yard line. Big completion from Ryan Erickson to Eric Wessels.
Well, that time Wartburg got the Buena Vista defender Mike Hirschberger turned around the other way. As you can see, Hirschberger now looking towards the ball, and the receiver makes the play inside the 20-yard line, first down.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Wartburg looking to score again. Reed and King in the backfield. Erickson at quarterback. The give is to King.
Wartburg, as well as trying to advance the ball downfield, also wants to chew up a lot of that clock. And by keeping the ball on the ground, that's exactly what they're doing, approaching the 4-minute mark here in the ball game.
Second down on the 10-yard line. The pitch is to King. He goes to his left. Stop made by Brian Hobbs and Toby Smith.
Good pursuit by the Buena Vista defense that time. Hobbs and Smith came across and turned the runner inside. And clock continues to roll now. As you look here, good work in stringing the play out and able to get the runner back in the backfield. And it'll be a long third down play now for Wartburg.
Erickson rolls out to his right. Don Hodecki can't come up with a tackle. Erickson finally goes out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Good pressure given by Don Hodecki, yet he couldn't come up with a sack.
Excellent pressure that time by Buena Vista, and they forced him to keep the ball in as he's looking for time as he rolls out to his right. Can't find his receiver. Good pressure there, and is forced to run with it and picks up minimal yardage, and it'll be a 4th down situation now for Wartburg.
Going to have a field goal attempt made by Corey Halverson. It'll be about a 31-yarder if it is good. The kick is up, and it is no good. Slightly wide to the right. 31-yard attempt goes no good. Buena Vista now takes over inside their own 20-yard line.
Looked like the snap that time was good. Just the kicker just didn't get his foot in it properly and skidded off to one side. And now Buena Vista, I'm sure, will go with its shotgun formation here as they will be forced to put the ball into the air.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Buena Vista comes from the gun. Wilson looks downfield. It's to Jimmy Hendrickson. Couldn't come up with it. It'll go down to 2nd and 10. Penalties on the play.
Looks like we'll have a holding call again against Buena Vista. And so that'll move the Beavers back even more. Stops the clock with 3:09 left to play in the ball game. And again, the story of this afternoon, especially the second half for Buena Vista, has been interceptions and penalties. And they've really hurt the Beavers at a number of crucial times. And now find themselves desperately trying to get out of their own end zone.
Operating from the shotgun in his own end zone. Mike Wilson throws. Kerry Didier wide open. He gets out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
That time, smart play by Kerry Didier that time as Wilson goes back to throw, and Didier makes the catch in wide open space, but then quickly exits to the side of the field to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
Shotgun formation. Wilson, plenty of time. He's going deep. He's got Jimmy DeMars. Throws it about 5 yards in front of him. DeMars couldn't quite get enough speed up to get to it.
Buena Vista being forced to air it out here. There was a penalty marker on the play as well. We'll have to check that. But again, good strong pass that time by Wilson, except he just overthrew DeMars. Penalty goes against Wartburg. And so that helps out Buena Vista some.
Just under 3 minutes left. Operating from the shotgun once again. Mark Bruning goes in motion left. Wilson's got plenty of time. The throw is complete to Troyer. He's out to his own 46, 47-yard line. First down and then some. That'll stop the clock so they can move the chain gang.
Good job by Troyer again that time. Again, forcing the open area and getting into the open area. But again, at the same time, the Wartburg secondary realizes that it can give up as much yardage as it needs to as long as they keep them out of the end zone. So they're playing a very soft zone at this time, and Buena Vista trying to take advantage.
Wilson once again, plenty of time. Steps up to the pocket. Kerry Ditter deep. He comes up with it, but 2 yards out of bounds.
Well, that was a strong throw that time by Wilson. Again, it was just a little far off the mark as Didier goes down the side of the field there and is forced out of bounds. And it'll bring up a second down and long situation.
Just over 2.5 minutes left to go here in the game. Buena Vista looking to score once again, moving the ball downfield successfully. Plenty of time for quarterback Mike Wilson. It's caught by Kent Bailey, and he'll step out of bounds at about the 46-yard line of Wartburg.
Again, the BV receivers realizing they have to get out of bounds once they make the catch. And that time, Kent Bailey, as soon as he made that catch, immediately went to his left and got out of bounds. And it's another Buena Vista first down.
Shotgun formation. Mike Wilson drops back, looks downfield. It's caught once again by Kent Bailey. He's got first down yardage at about the 26-yard line.
Well, good job again that time by Kent Bailey, able to find the open area once again across the left side and pick up enough yardage to get across the first down marker.
Mike Wilson now that shotgun for the last 2 minutes. Kerry Didier's got it. No, he doesn't. He's out of bounds, just off his hands.
Well, Wilson just sort of threw that a little off the mark. Again, Didier had plenty of room down the right side. Again, just went out of bounds too far. And now BV faced with second down and 10 from about the 27.
Operating out of this shotgun, Wilson's had plenty of time. Middle screen to Jimmy Hendrickson. He's got his blockers. He struggles to get out of bounds. He's staying in. He finally does make it out of bounds at about the 26-yard line.
That time, Hendrickson had, as soon as he made the catch from Wilson, along the little screen pass over here, Henderson makes the catch, and then all of the Wartburg defenders try and keep him in bounds, but he has the strength to get out of bounds and stop the clock. And after a short gain, it's third down and long.
Wilson once again with plenty of time. Just over the hands of Kent Bailey. It's intercepted by Craig Barnum. Once again, Buena Vista Beaver drive killed by a interception, this time by Craig Barnum. That's the fourth interception thrown by Mike Wilson today. Flags on the play.
Well, it's, again, story of the second half for Buena Vista again. And for Coach Kevin Twade's team this afternoon, it's been a story of interceptions and penalties here in the second half that have thwarted a lot of the BV drives. There was a penalty on that play, a clip on the return, so Wartburg will be forced way back into its own territory, but only 1:53 left to play. They can basically run out the clock from here on out.
Ryan Hendrickson comes back in at quarterback. Deep in their own territory, about the 4-yard line, just under 2 minutes to go.
Substitutions into the ballgame now for Wartburg as well.
Carry made by Mark Kelly. Gain of about 2 or 3 on the play. Wartburg just looking to eat out the rest of the time on the clock. Buena Vista calls timeout. About at 1:48 left to go in the game.
So BV just trying to stop the clock now and hope that they can get a fumble or interception of some kind. And not much as they can do here from now on out. Without a doubt, though, Scott, a good effort put forth by the Beavers here this afternoon, regardless of the outcome of this game here today.
Yes, it has. They've been staying right in the game with the second team of the conference, Wartburg. Everyone expecting Wartburg to come in here and march the ball up and down the field. Buena Vista said, never say die, and they haven't. They've been giving them a good run for the money, making them work for every point they've had.
Well, again, this type of effort is a good effort that I'm sure Coach Quaid has wanted for this final game of the year, and hopefully will leave them in a good frame of mind for next fall.
Wartburg running from that 3-back offense. Little confusion in the backfield. Ryan Hendrickson comes up with the ball once again.
Another timeout called by BV. Again, on the snap here, what BV was hoping for here, a fumbled snap of some kind, and that's what they got, but Wartburg able to fall on it once again. And they retain possession now, and BV calls another timeout, stopping the clock with 1:42 left.
Despite those 4 interceptions thrown by Mike Wilson, along with the numerous penalties against either team, this has been a well-played game. Of course, anytime you have large penalties that move the ball up and down the field either way, takes something out of the game for either team.
Buena Vista team had some difficult times this year, but again, there's hope for the future. Again, a number of returning starters coming back next year. Buena Vista starting 7 freshmen on defense and 3 on offense, so a lot of good things coming back for next year.
Not a good way to start out the first season under Coach Kevin Twait, yet with 30 freshmen, they'll have plenty of experience returning in the next couple years. Wartburg looking to go out of that 3-back offense once again within their own 5-yard line. Hendrickson takes it on his own. He runs up the right side, stopped it just past the 10-yard line.
Buena Vista now spends its final timeout that it has with 1:35 left. And again, running is the quarterback around the right side. And again, picks up yardage, but is short of the first down. And so BV will get the ball back here yet one more time, as Wartburg will be forced to punt. We're going to take a break here, and we'll come back with the final minute and 35 seconds from J. Leslie Rollins Stadium. J. Leslie Rollins Stadium.
The punt by Mike Gabrielson. Mike Hirschberg let it bounce, and it's touched by Brian King at about the 44-yard line of Wartburg. Good field position to start out once again for Buena Vista. Now the question is, can they capitalize on it?
One thing right now, you're going to see a lot of receivers for Buena Vista, as I'm sure they'll go on out of the shotgun formation here once again and try and get some type of long pass play situation downfield and make up some big gains in a hurry.
Once again out of the shotgun, Mike Wilson to Jim DeMars. It's tipped and it falls incomplete. Again, Craig Barnum makes the touchdown saving so-called stop on that pass.
Again, good coverage that time by Wartburg. Wilson back to pass. Again, see the defenders all playing a loose zone coverage, and two defenders there able to knock the ball away from the Buena Vista receiver.
Running from the gun at the 44-yard line. Wilson drops back. Plenty of time. Defense stays back for that middle screen. It's to Brad Anderson. He goes along the left sideline. He steps out of bounds. It's about the 35-yard line. Wartburg read that middle screen all the way as their defensive lineman held back just a little bit.
Well, this screen has been used many times this afternoon by Buena Vista, and Anderson has been the subject of it many times as well. Here he gets good blocking up front and gets able to get out of bounds for good yardage.
Here's Mike Wilson from the shotgun. He's scrambling. It's caught by Kerry Didier at about the 22-yard line, knocked out of bounds.
Good concentration that time by Kerry Didier. Again, going down deep downfield, has open coverage, bobbles it, was able to control it as he gets bumped out of bounds.
Craig Barnum knocks him out of bounds. Here's the play. Wilson looks downfield, plenty of time. Drops just in front of Bruce Troyer. Slightly underthrown.
Troyer, a big open area down there. Again, the ball just underthrown as it went between the hands of a Wartburg defender down there. But Buena Vista again, second down now from the 25.
Exactly 1 minute left in the game. Buena Vista looking to score. Wilson with plenty of time. He pumps once, doesn't, keeps it, and is sacked at the 35.
Well, Wilson that time just bought a little too much time that time, and the pass rush of Wartburg able to get in there and pull him down. Third down now, and BV without timeouts must go out of the shotgun.
35 seconds and counting to Kent Bailey. In and out of his hands. It'll fall incomplete to stop the clock. 33 seconds left in the game. Buena Vista just looking to get on the scoreboard one last time.
Well, this is it for BV. They're going to have to get substantial yardage here this time as they're faced with about 4th down and 20. And again, another long passing down for Buena Vista.
Wilson drops back, looks downfield. He goes deep, intercepted just yet again by Kyle Kreinbring, his third on the day. Flags on the play, and he's tripped up at the 26-yard line. Yet another crucial mistake by the Buena Vista Beavers.
Again, with the defenders playing a loose zone coverage now late in the game, and Kreinbring is able to just pick it off and do about anything he wants after that, as he brings it back to around the 25-yard line. Wartburg now just able to run out the clock as Buena Vista is out of timeouts.
Apparently an inadvertent flag, no penalty. This probably will be the last play of the game. Erickson downs it and just let the clock tick off the scoreboard.
Good ball game here this afternoon, regardless of the score. Buena Vista definitely came out ready to play here this afternoon. And so the first chapter of the Kevin Toyd era comes to a close. And I think Buena Vista fans should be anxious for the future here in Buena Vista College football. I think the team did a lot of good things this year and has a nice future ahead of them.
That's right. Although it was kind of shaky with the first-year coach and 30 freshmen, next year they should be very impressive, and within 2 years they should be in the running for a conference championship if everything goes well.
So we'll take a break and come back with final wrap-up of today's game in just a moment.
together every weeknight on Innovation News at 6:40 and 10:30. News, sports, and weather will all be together here on Innovation Video, Cable Channel 3.
A radioactive gas has been found in homes in your area. It's called radon, and it's so deadly, it's the second leading cause of lung cancer. High radon levels will expose your family to as much radiation as having literally hundreds of chest x-rays in 1 year. But there is something you can do about it. Call to get your radon test information. Radon, the health hazard in your home that has a simple solution.
Okay, we're back. That's the end of the game, the end of the 1990 season. First year under Coach Kevin Twait, but also the end of an impressive career for some four-year starters like Mike Wilson, Mike Hirschberger, Shane Hobbin, and Brian Hobbs. Not exactly the way they wanted to end it, but the final score here, Wartburg Knights 27, Buena Vista Beavers 14 here at J. Leslie Rollins Stadium. Any final comments, Matt?
Well, again, I think the efforts Dave put forth by the Beaver team was a one that Buena Vista fans can look forward to for the future. I think that Coach Kevin Tway has done a good job bringing in a lot of good kids for the future. And again, they're a very young team, and next year hopes to be an even better year. And for Wartburg, again, a good team too this year. They put on a good run for the conference title so far this year and had a very successful season as well.
We had some critical mistakes on the part of the Buena Vista Beavers. 5 interceptions by Mike Wilson. Several penalties for big yardage against either team. Plus a big day on the part of Darren Bolin from Wartburg. Saw a lot of him. But late in the fourth quarter with the lead securely intact, Wartburg decided to go to the 3-back offense they used primarily on third down to give some others some playing time.
And again, a reminder that this afternoon's game will be seen on Cable Channel 3 beginning at 7 o'clock here tonight.
And for Matt Neiman, I'm Scott Court. And thank you for watching us on Innovation Video and listening on KBVC here at J. Leslie Rollins Stadium on the campus of Buena Vista College.